and gentlemen, I am Lord Andy Coyne and I am here with Ryan Betson, and what an opening contest we have got here at Generations tonight when Prince Shen from PCW fame enters the Central Ringwood Community Centre tonight to take on our own powerhouse, Zhan Wen. First time ever.
What an incredible way to open a show like this. It has been an absolute pleasure, it's been an absolute blast to be able to sit here and chat with yourself, Andy, for a number of shows. But we are back, as you mentioned, at the Ringwood Community Centre. First time, what are the people in for today?
Well, let's say we've got 8 matches on the card tonight, and there's a lot. Oh, wait, Jen's talking. Please stop talking. Don't get me wrong, I wear the trousers around here, but Jen tells me what colour to wear.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I was going to say, we've got 8 huge matches here tonight, lots of things to look forward to. As we said at the top of the programme, Aisha will be taking on Tessa Armstrong as a follow-up at what happened at our last event. And of course, we've got the debut of not one, but 2 big teams in the Pursuit and the Canby Collection. But in our main event, Owen Steadman will get a shot at the PCW National Championship when he tries to shut up Tommy Hellfire. Now, Ryan, I hope you appreciate the fact that this show is the first OzPro show to take place in the evening, and I therefore had to shell out for a lighting rig. And doesn't he look beautiful?
I did notice that. I failed to check my watch. However, I got told to be here at a certain time and I arrived. And look, I couldn't have arrived at a better time. Mr. Wen, he's back, he's the power, he's looking even better than last time we saw him up against Nate Hunter.
Correct. I was going to say it's the beautiful tights that do it, but obviously, as you can see from Zhan Wen, sculpt like a Greek god. The one-man Dynasty, in the last time we saw him was at our very first show, Kickstart the Heart, when he took on promising youngster Nate Hunter. Unfortunately for Nate Hunter, by the end of it, he wasn't looking quite so promising when he was a smear in the match. But hey, look, Nate Hunter, he'll be back, don't you worry. So it's worth mentioning Zhan Wen, obviously trained at the Vicious Pursuit School. He is trained by none other than Vicious Pursuit's own Carlo Cannon. And there's a lot of similarities between the two. Lots of high impact power and surprising agility for a big man, a very formidable opponent. But if I can say one thing about Shen, Prince Shen, he's a cheeky little bugger. He knows exactly how to take every shortcut possible to get the victory. We have seen him sleaze his way to victory several times in both Slam and Ignition shows over at PCW. Colorado tie-up! And there's the raw power of Zhan Wen.
See, this is one of the things I love about coming here to OzPro and being very lucky to sit here and have a chat with yourself, talk about the matches. Individuals like Prince Shen, like Mr. Wen, these individuals I have never seen outside of an OzPro ring.
And you should be blackballed from the entire industry.
Absolutely, absolutely, that's what I'm getting at. These are some of the incredible talent that we get to have here at these shows. And look, stopping each other in their tracks, not a single bit of movement.
I was going to say, you can tell by looking at Shen, he's not exactly a slouch in the gym, but I mean, Zhan Wen used to previously call himself the Great Wall of China for a very good reason. It's going to be very difficult to knock him down.
Third time's the charm, pumped himself up.
He's ready for this. Oh, kicked him in. Like I said, cheeky little bagger. Anyway, off the ropes, and Zhan Wen, the raw power, shoulder blocking him into a multiverse dimension. Shen now trying to take a tactical rest in the corner, but Zhan Wen is not going to allow it.
On that middle row, blows to the face.
Oh, what's this? Zhan Wen's got something else in mind, just driving the shoulder deep into the solar plexus there of Prince Shen. And now a runaway train! And,
my God.
Deep into the abdominals. And he doesn't have that protective beer gut like me and you have, Ryan.
That is the one advantage we have. Look, if anything, any sort of major midsection damage, you and I are nicely safe. However, I think even in our best day, Andy, a good spear tackle into the midsection from Mr. Wen is not something I don't think we'll be able to take a pin attempt.
Shoots the cover, and he drove the forearm deep into the side of his skull there. But Prince Shen able to dig deep and kick out.
One of the things that I notice when I'm watching matches is the pin attempts, right? How they do it. That deep push, like hard onto the face of Prince Shen. Normally, kind of just cover the shovers or hook the leg. Wen knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted him down. The amount of energy that the Prince had to use to get out of that, smart tactic.
Absolutely, and Prince Shen there with the rake in the eye, and now throws Wen into the steel corner post. And this is what I was talking about. Shen, he may not be as big as Zhan Wen, but I'll tell you one thing, he definitely knows how to bring him down to his level, that being the gutter, of course.
And a huge kick to the spine.
You see there that Zhan Wen covering the back of his head, a kick out at one. And I think Prince Shen is very amused by the kick out at one.
Absolutely, even that sort of fold him in half, yet still able to kick him out. He's it feels like he's measuring his opponent, if anything.
Look, obviously, whenever you're in a wrestling contest, I mean, I'm a four-time British champion. Don't know if you know that. No, four-time, baby.
How many times?
4 times.
Oh, wow.
I've said that 5 times now. You ruined the whole gig. But I was going to say, obviously, every time you're in the ring, every pinfall, submission attempt, you're trying to win, but at the same time, you're trying to keep a regular measure of your opponent. Those kickouts, they get weaker. They find it harder to get out of your holds. And in this case, your hand stings a little less, but Prince Shen just realised what an absolute brick wall of a man.
Zhan Wen!
That was spicy.
You nearly cleaved him in half. Prince Shen doing the best he can to get to his feet.
You have to ask yourself, as the promoter of OzPro, did I put this match together because I wanted to see Shen get beaten pillar to post? Maybe.
Look, when I imagine when you're putting a show together, you're thinking about how this is going to go, what's going to be incredible matches. Some part of you has to think, who is going to come out of this the worst?
I'm not saying
just in scenarios like that.
I was going to say, kicking the middle rope right into the bridge of his nose. And I don't care how tall you are, I don't care how big your chest muscles are, you get the steel rope smacked right against the bridge of your nose. You're going to be crying like you're cutting onions.
Absolutely. And look, and I know it's a very common sort of misnomer within the wrestling space. We call them the ropes, but they are not ropes. As you said, they are steel cables just wrapped in a sort of tape, getting that into your face, or as we saw a moment ago, getting that drilled into your neck.
Shen missing that back elbow, and Zhan Wen is now taking control here, just taking down Prince Shen. Launches him off the ropes with effortless ease, picks him up, sidewalk slam, well executed. And Zhan Wen, undoubtedly one of the best heavyweights we have got in our division.
Absolutely, and the strength at which he slammed Shen into the mat, you'd think he would have gone for one of those pin attempts. However, choosing not to.
Prince Shen.
Swinging neck breaker coming out from Shen, though.
I mean, great technique there. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing. He waited for the moment, he caught him, and Prince Shen, he's rolling the dice. He's rolling the dice, and he's going to see if he can get a natural 20 here by flying from the top rope. Yes, Dungeon.
Oh, dear reference, now I'm back in the game.
Drops the elbow!
Oh, my God!
Oh, in the larynx! Not sure entirely how legal that was. 2!
Wow.
He stayed down just a little bit longer that time.
I was going to say, those first couple of pin attempts from Shen, we had Mr. Wen kicking out at the better part of one, barely one even. However,
I reckon he rolled an 18.
That's a solid run. No buffs though, he just came out pretty clean.
Slap to the back of the head, which I wouldn't do if Zhan Wen was at full comprehension. Off the ropes, runaway steam track. Oh no! Oh no! Zhan Wen just took him out with that solid clothesline. And I think this is it. Zhan Wen is looking to end this and make a massive statement. Prince Shen looks out on his feet.
Sets him up for the muscle buster.
Oh, if he hits this, I reckon he's a goner. Jumps him down hard. Oh, just compacting the spine.
Hooks the leg, push the chest.
He's got it.
There it is. Now we saw some moments of Prince Shen, that cockiness that you were alluding to before, that cheekiness as he made his way to the top.
I referred to him as a little bugger.
And a little bugger as well. However, that cockiness may have drifted into a line of a little bit of arrogance, as you mentioned up there. Did manage to clip him across the jaw, but if anything, it aggravated him.
I was going to say, I mean, he stabbed the angry bear with a big pointy stick. And Zhan Wen just hooked the inside leg and got the win. And you know what? Zhan Wen's been talking a lot in the back because he suspects that maybe a championship belt may emerge at some point soon. And I know that he's sniffing around to find out, because if there's one thing that's eluded him, is a significant championship here in Australia. And could Oz Pro be the place where he finally wins it? Anyway, coming up next, it's going to be Aisha taking on Tessa Armstrong.